Welcome to our day one wrap up, and thanks again for just a fantastic first conference day. And in some ways, it feels in some ways like an in-person conference. You get a lot of communication in the chat and through Huva, and it's really been nice to talk to everybody on the streams, both live, speaking in the old-fashioned sense of saying words and someone hears them, and through the chat as well. And just a really nice turnout and great to see everybody. So many things we covered today. I obviously couldn't get to them all myself. I was in just the one stream, starting off with Alicia's keynote, which was terrific. And, I think really set a nice tone for the conference as a whole. We're just a mix of research and practice and creativity and new ideas and very much a user-centered approach. What's right for the learners? What kinds of experiences can we create? And how can we use new technology to do that? And we are just such a critical time now in the world and in society in general, and certainly in education, to be able to do different things than we've done before, and with the need to be able to do things that we've differently than we've done before. We are at a time when it's of great value for people to be able to think critically and be able to analyze information. So I think it's even more important that we move away from the idea that there's so much value in memorization and passing tests. The value is in understanding and synthesizing information, being able to make good decisions, be able to understand what's real and what's not real. Just because it's on the internet doesn't mean it's true. And as we've seen, misinformation and disinformation can have very serious consequences to the world, society as a whole. And education is a place to start. And within the workplace, you see similar things. You want employees who can make good decisions. You want employees who can synthesize information that comes from a variety of sources, that they're not spoon-fed, and come up with, what's important and understand what's important and how it relates to their work and to the skills that they perform. And to me, those are all the critical things that have not been sufficiently emphasized in education and workplace learning in a lot of cases. And I think a lot of the cases that, where it is are being shown at this conference, and that's a wonderful thing. And we'd like that to become the norm. I just came from a panel with a group from University of North Texas and from NASA, where they were talking about learning experience design, among other things within NASA, also in education. And the NASA group, has done well with learning experience design being accepted, but it's not everywhere yet. And they're working on how to get it to be more accepted, more widely, showing demonstrations of effective approaches, helping people understand the reasons to change and not to do things in the same way that we did them for years. And it's the right time for it. And that's a lot of what this conference is all about. I've long felt that the kind of education that's been the mainstream was really evolved because of the way that it scaled up. You go back years and years and people learned by being apprentices, right? Learn through the apprenticeship model. You work with an expert, you practice simpler skills, you have a coach who's also, really plays a mentorship role. You get better. You may start by cleaning something and then you get to doing some small part of the job, and then you grow and you work closely and you become an expert yourself. But that doesn't scale up. You just aren't enough experts for the number of people who needed to learn. And when we needed mass education, we found ourselves in the teaching model the way it is, with sort of, often one teacher in a large class of people. And the workplace learning model has mirrored and mimicked traditional education in a lot of ways, and we still see a lot of that. And online learning has mimicked and mirrored those models, right? You see something online, you take a test, and you go on. But does that help you do anything better? Does that help you perform your job? Does that emotionally engage you? And usually the answers are that kind of experience does not. But with technology, we can build experiences that do, as we've discussed and continue to discuss and seen some. And they scale up. You build something really cool online that's immersive and personalized and takes advantage of the things we can do technically and is well designed. And that's going to work as well for a million people as it will for one person. And that's where we are and where we get to be. So on that note, I'm gonna make today's wrap up brief. It's been a long and full day of conference talks and a lot of great participation, and looking forward to more and more tomorrow. Please keep an eye out on social media for King has latest podcast previewing tomorrow's speakers. So she's got some more interviews with speakers who are going to speak tomorrow. And it's something to, if you have a chance to take a look at that. And then we will see you back here tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern time start for our keynote with Deborah House on museums and some other things. We'll get some critical thinking skills and learning experience design in there as well, I can tell you that. And Deb's great, and we're really looking forward to Deb's talk and to the rest of the day. So a lot going on, and great to see everybody. We're going to call that a wrap for today, and we'll see you online again tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern time. Thanks again. Hope you enjoyed today as much as I did, and it's great to see everybody. Take care. See you tomorrow.